Hello my friends, I'm John Laspina, your carnivore teacher. I get my ideas for videos from other videos. I was watching Casey Ruff, really cool guy, got to meet him in person. He did a whole interview about his life, why he is a carnivore. In his talk, it was like an hour-long talk, I was fascinated because I really like this guy. He made a statement that just ding, ding, ding. I had an epiphany, and I'm going to read that statement to you. It's easy to stay consistent when you feel really, really well and you have no problems because you're eating the proper human diet. People often come up to me and say, how do you do it, John? How do you only eat from the animal kingdom? So I tell them I eat beef, lamb, pork, poultry, fish, eggs. I cook in animal fat like butter and bacon fat and beef tallow, and I make all different things. I grill. I do so many combinations of the above foods, and for me it's easy. And they still say, but don't you miss pizza? You don't eat cereal? What do you mean? What about mac and cheese? What about bread? What about rice? What about corn? What about potatoes? I couldn't live my life without potatoes. I have to have my French fries. So many people ask me, you must have such amazing willpower. And I never had the words to articulate it other than to say, I don't know, I can just do it. It's easy. Well, now I know why it's easy, because Casey Ruff told me why it's easy. It's easy because you feel well. You feel great. You don't want to go back and feel that way again. Inflammation. I used to have severe lower back pain. I used to have AFib, atrial fibrillation. I used to have OCD where I ripped the heck out of my nails and I couldn't stop for decades. I could go on and on. There's a lot of other things that I used to have. That's all gone. I'm healed. It's disappeared. The AFib's gone. The lower back pain is permanently gone. I don't have an obsessive compulsion to do anything anymore like that. This is so easy to stay on this way of eating because all I have to do is remember how well I feel, how good I feel, and how I don't want to feel that way anymore. Some people get this way and they forget the past a little bit and they dip back in and they have some processed food, ultra-processed food with seed oils. The inflammation starts up again. They start to go into another brain fog. They start to feel depressed again. And then they say, whoa, what the heck's going on here? This has to be linked. The only thing I changed was I ate some cereal. I had a piece of pizza. Do you understand that they come right back to the proper human diet because they don't want to feel that way? I don't want to feel that way. So yes, as Casey said, it's so easy to eat this way because I'm motivated to stay healthy and to feel wonderful. I don't want to eat something that's going to cause pain and problems. Even if that something that I eat gives me 6 or 7 seconds of pleasure as I'm tasting and swallowing it, then I have to deal with the next week of inflammation. Some people need to test it. I don't need to test it anymore. It's easy for me to eat this way because I feel great. It's easy to stay consistent. And then the longer you do it, the more that you're consistent and develop the routine. You know, we develop routines and habits. When you develop the routine and habit of eating properly, then that becomes your habit every day. And you don't do the old habits anymore. They shrivel away. And the new habits are healthier. And you don't think about it. Even more, you don't think about it because it's your new routine. It's really kind of cool. I'll give you one instance before I leave you today. I recently visited some friends and they provided lunch, which was a bunch of sandwiches. And then they had all the packets of mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and relish. And I said, well, let me see if I can pick this sandwich apart. So I took all that bread off, all the shredded lettuce and the tomatoes. And it didn't have any mayonnaise or ketchup or anything on the inside. It was just lunch meat. So I got the roast beef, slices of pure roast beef and cheddar cheese. And I think I had some turkey, sliced turkey, and it wasn't processed. And it had nothing on it. And it didn't taste sweet to me. I couldn't find any ingredients to eat. And I basically had 2 half sandwiches, all taken apart, just all the lunch meat. And it filled me up. I don't think I got enough fat because I'm used to ingesting way more fat than that, but I got to eat that. Do you know that for the next 3 days, I felt a little icky. I had a headache. I felt like I had a cold, but I didn't have the sore throat. It took 3 days and then it just faded away. And I thought to myself, do I have a cold? What was that? And then I thought what changed in my life? And it was that one change in routine of food that I ate. I ate something I wasn't quite sure what was in it. It was just lunch meat, but maybe that lunch meat was processed and had some stuff in it that I didn't know. My body is super, super heightened and sensitive to it. I feel so darn good now that I can tell when something is not so good in the food. I can feel it. You're almost like Superman. You can feel things very acutely. So thank goodness that left me. And maybe in the future when that happens, I'll just fast until I can get food that I know what's in it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me repeat that again. It's easy to be consistent when you feel well eating the proper human diet. Have a great day.